right, and we have come now to the lookup function. If there is one function that really gives students headache, and anybody who's starting Excel for the first time, if there's a function that gives them headache, it's the VLOOKUP. All right, we're going to make VLOOKUP easy to understand, like easy. Okay, follow me through with the steps. All right, under the lookup function, there are basically two formulas that are here. We have the VLOOKUP, we have the HLOOKUP, but in this class, I'm going to cover the VLOOKUP. Okay, I'm covering VLOOKUP in this video. Please follow through with me. All right, so what does VLOOKUP actually means? So it means that Microsoft Office Excel will go vertically down a list until it finds the value it is looking for, then jump right to the appropriate column and return that information. In other words, when you want to be able to copy a column from one table to another. Okay, so that's what I'm using VLOOKUP to copy a column from one table to another. So I'm basically working with two tables, right? Every time you look at VLOOKUP, every time you work with VLOOKUP, you're working with two tables. Okay, for example, look at here. I've got here for me table 1. In this table 1, it gives me the commission percentage of that each sales assistant is receiving, right? So I've got the sales assistant's name and I've got the commission percentage. Then in table 2, I've also got the sales assistant's name. I've got the range of salary or the type of contract. I've got the commencement of employment, and I've got the commission percentage as well. All right, so these are two different tables. But here I don't have the information. I don't have the data. Okay. Then on the other table, I have the data and I've got another column. So two different columns are in common. I could have more. All right. So I want to use VLOOKUP. I want to copy the column. I want to copy all the information under the commission percentage on table 1 to take it to table 2. So this is what I do. If they want the formula here, which formula do I use? Okay, the only formula I can use to copy information from one table to another is the VLOOKUP. Now, please check what I do. I did this on purpose by writing table 1 and table 2 because I want to show you that you're using two different tables. Right, so let's start. Equals to VLOOKUP, open brackets. Then it now gives me the formula for what I actually need to use. All right, so it says find the lookup value. Now, the lookup value is the very first thing. Okay, lookup value is any other item that I have in both tables. Right, so there are two columns basically that I have here. All right, I have the commission. That's the one I'm looking for, so I cannot use that as a lookup value. I would use another table or data from a table that is also the same. In this case, we have the sales assistants. I even highlighted in yellow for you guys to see. We have the sales assistants in table 2. We have a sales assistant in table 1. So I can use that as my lookup value, all right? Using my information. So I could use this. This is my lookup value. This lookup value is what they would use even in the other table, all right? So that's the first thing. Then comma. I'm following this. The formula is it's written here. The next thing is the table array. The table array is all the data you want to copy. So it's basically the whole table. All right. I want to copy from here all the way to here. All right. The whole table. If you want to include the heading, you're welcome to include the heading as well. But it's not important as here. If you want to include it or you don't include it, still it's fine. I can select here or I can include the heading. It's all good. Now, this information, I don't want it to change. All right. Remember, guys, go back to the recordings. The video where we did Excel rules, basic Excel rules. All right. Please go back to my previous videos and check it out. We covered absolute referencing. All right. So, Excel for beginners, basic Excel for rules for beginners. Go and check it out. I will put it at the end. You will see the videos. Selection, then you can go and check it out how to do absolute copying. Right, so you're going to lock this cell. We don't want it to change, so we'll put a $sign before the letter. We put a $sign before the number as well. Right, we do for both the beginning cell to the end cell. Right, so I lock them both. That is my table array, then comma. Then the column index. Now, which column am I copying exactly? Remember here, I copied the full table. I don't want the full table, right? There are only two columns, so I'll count. I'm literally counting 1, 2. The second column is what I want to copy, not the full table, just a column. So I'm going to put 2. 2 is telling me that it's only the second column that I want. Then comma. Now, it's now explained to you, right? With the range lookup, it should be either true or false. True, it's when it gives an approximate match. It even explains what that is. An approximate match, the values in the first column of the table array must be sorted in an ascending order. All right. And then the false, all right. False, this is when it gives me an exact match. True is an approximate match, okay, in between, all right, in between. Let's say it has a range maybe from 0 to 100, and then 101 to 200 and something like that. That's an approximate match. And then a false gives me an exact match. I want to copy exactly what I see there. All right, so in this case, I want to copy exact match, all right? So I don't have a particular range where I can approximate. So I'm going to say false. And then I close my brackets, right, and enter. Okay, you see it does gives me it gives me my 15%. Then I'm going to copy this down, and voila. All right, so I've copied it down. It gives me my values that I'm looking for. Okay, let's say I want to change this to exactly be a percentage. All right, I can just go here at the top and put a percentage. All right, simple as that. Okay, so I have my percentage. As you can see, I've copied the information using VLOOKUP. All right, so guys, practice makes perfect. So keep practicing this, you know, put it in your laptop, keep practicing it until you get it right. Follow the steps. All right, and remember the formula is there. You're just following through the formula. I'm going to do this again with the example. Remember, we just worked through the in the previous video, we worked through the logical function, all right, where Jewel was planning her wedding anniversary and wanted to invite people, and she also had an after party when we used the if function. All right, so I'm going to use that information, and I want to copy it down here. So I'm going to call this my table 2. This is my table 2, and I'm going to call that information as table 1, as you can see here, this table. Okay. I want to copy the column, the RSVP column in here. All right, so I'm going to say equals to VLOOKUP, open brackets. All right, my lookup value, I can just use the very first column that's like them. They have the guest, I also have the guest. I'm just going to use the very first column. All right, that's my lookup value. And then the information I want to copy, I'll copy this all the way to this. All right, so how many columns are here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And so therefore, I'm going to go for the 5th column. The 5th column is what I want. Okay, so that is what I'm copying. Remember, I need to lock the cell. So I put a $sign in front of the letters and in front of the number. Apply $sign in front of the number, in front of the letter. All right, comma, like we say. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5th column that I want to be copied. There we go. And then comma, do I want an exact or do I want an approximate match? I want an exact match, so I'm going to say false. And close. Right, and enter. And then I'm going to copy this down. All right, voila. And there we are. Okay, guys, practice makes perfect, right? So keep working on it. Guys, VLOOKUP is not as bad as people make it look like. Follow the steps that I've done and then work through it. Let us know where you're finding your challenge and let us know if you're able to solve your challenge in VLOOKUP. So please like the video, comment on the video, tell us, you know, you can suggest videos that you want us to do to help you. Please share the links around. Tell people about Accounting with Naomi here to help bookkeepers, accountants, students, anybody who wants to understand accounting. Tell people about it, make noise, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and encourage others to subscribe. Right, I'll see you on the next video. Bye.